Damn, you beat me again. I don't know how you do that. Shame on you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Commifornia 300 here at Auto Club. Looks like we're going to have 18 cars on the track tonight. Should be pretty interesting over here. What do you think there, Brazy?
I believe so. It's going to be a fast track. It's going to be 2 miles.
2 miles is what it's going to be. Just 2 miles? Not 2.1, not 1.9.
No, it's a 2 mile track. 2 miles long track.
There you go.
And it's got 14-degree corners and 11.
Hey, this isn't track fact. This is just our buffer before the intro.
I'm just saying.
We'll be right back.
So high, now we're rising up. Are you ready now? Turn it up. Hey, are you ready for this? Oh, I can see my name under big lights. It sure looks good to me. I'm coming up now, I'm ready for the big time. I'm gonna be hard to beat. Oh, I'm a hard act to follow, got a big reputation. Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on now. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this now? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this now? Are you ready for this? Now take it to the street. You ain't seen nothing like this now. Let me hear your hands clap. It's my time, I'm back on my feet now. I'm taking on the world. I never miss a beat, that's the way I roll. You can watch me doing it. Hold on, hold on, hold on now. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this now? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this now? Are you ready for this? Now take it to the street. I can feel it coming. Can you feel it coming? You got one life, come on, take hold of it, that's right. Now don't let go of it. Hold on, hold on, hold on now. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this now? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this now? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Auto Club Speedway. Yeah, I'm lost for words. Where are we at here? Where are we at, Brazy?
You are our host, Dead Man Strolling.
No, I know that, but where are we
Okay.
at?
We're in California. We're in Fontana, California.
We're in Fontana, California. Okay.
At the
I might
Auto
have-
Club Speedway.
I might have had a few drinks on the plane. You know. Well, you know, that always happens when I come to the state. I have to get drunk before I come in. Anyway, there you
You
go.
like coming here. You like seeing the future president. Hopeful.
Ugh. I'm going to pretend, you know, I'm going to pretend that you're just suffering from TDS and, you know, we're just going to skip that. Anyway, temperature 68 degrees tonight. That's bullshit. 79% humidity, cloudy, and 13 miles an hour. What about them track facts?
All right. So the track facts. Track originally opened in June of 1997. Is a 2-mile long D-shaped oval. Has 14-degree corners, 11 degrees on the front stretch, 3 on the
On the
back
front
stretch,
what?
which should make
I know what. I know.
front stretch.
Oh, your French stretch? Yeah, okay,
The
never
front
mind.
stretch.
I just thought you were speaking French. That's all.
It's the California. It was originally called the California Speedway, later changed to the Auto Club Speedway in 2008. It has hosted several movies, including Herbie, Fully Loaded, and Charlie's Angels. Movies and TV shows, I guess I should say. Kyle Busch has the fastest pole speed here at 185.941. And Tony Stewart has the fastest race speed of 144.48.
You know, fun fact about this track. Back in the early 2000s, when we were transporting enclosed cars, we got hired by Lamborghini, and we went over to Beverly Hills over there and picked up Lamborghinis, and for 3 days they raced Lamborghinis around this track until they trashed each and every one of them. We brought 6 of them over, and 4 of them went back on a flatbed. The 5th one didn't have a tranny left. The 6th one was still, I mean, you know, I'd still drive it. I would have still drove it. But they just beat the living shit out of those cars. God damn. Brand new, right off the showroom floor. One hit the wall. That one was. But anyway,
That was a parts car.
that was a parts car. Yeah. Well, there we go. All our track facts, and we've got 18 cars on the track. Tonight we'll be joined by Vern Bradley, Lance Yancey, Dakota Floyd, Tommy Haynes, Richard Holland, Brian Miskill, Glenn Jameson, Travis Smith, Ray Chest Jr., Elsie Daly, Paul Patterson, Michael McCulley, Chuck Sweetie, TJ Lee, Roy Hyde, Ivan Jones, Rick Fergone. In there somewhere. Did I mention Tommy Haynes? I don't know. These numbers are jumping around. They're qualifying. And it looks like Vern Bradley just ran a qualifying lap of 39.97. Ooh. Getting up and around there, ain't he? 194 miles an hour. Jeez.
105 laps tonight. Shouldn't be a terribly long race. It is 2 miles, but they'll be able to go fast through most of the race, most of the track.
Faster? 100, yeah. About, what was it, 200? Tommy Haynes just posted a 200.
Yep.
Oh, there he is right there. Oh, he just got done. Roy Hyde out there. Roy Hyde going out there giving her hell. He posted a 200 mile an hour too. Top speed, not average. That's what I said. I said top speed. Track is currently a pile of rubble. Oh, is it really? Did they tear it down, or are they redoing it, or what? Or what you mean in IRL? Well, we should see some we should see some front end damage tonight then if the track's all tore up. They're redoing it for a Smalley track. A Smalley track. What in the hell's wrong with me tonight?
I have no idea. So as of recent years, there's been many plans to reconfigure the track into a short track. So these plans have seen various updates and delays.
Yeah, sounds like F1 out of Vegas. Nothing but delays and construction and
The famous water show? Forget about it.
Forget about it.
What a grandstand right there.
Can you believe they did that shit? That's just
Yeah, and there's not a lot of greenery around Vegas, and to cut down those trees, it's kind of like, I mean.
Oh, yeah. You got to do it for them F1 Formula fans. Got to put a stand there. Anyway, looks like Vern Bradley is going to secure the pole tonight. Roy Hyde's going to come in second. Tommy Haynes, third. Glenn Jameson is going to be fourth. Rick Fergone is qualified fifth tonight. Lance Yancey sixth. Dakota Floyd seventh. Brian Miskell eighth. Richard Holland qualifying ninth tonight. And Michael McCulley. And that'll round off your top 10. If you want to see where all the rest of your drivers are, ba-bam! Ba-bam! There they are. Hey, I like that picture of the pit road. Why did you go away from it, cameraman? Man. I swear. No, I can't get to pit road.
By the moon and the stars in the sky.
By the moon and the stars. Leave it right there, cameraman. Some bitch. You. I swear to God. I swear to God, me and that cameraman, we're going at it. Anyway, any other facts or trivia or anything?
First NASCAR Cup Series race was held June of '97. It can accommodate approximately 122,000 spectators.
100 and whatever you said. Over 100.
22,000.
122,000. There we go.
This track is known for its strong support and tributes to the military, offering off and featuring flyovers and patriotic ceremonies.
That's every track. They're trying to
balance out the Commifornia.
Yeah, they're trying to balance out the Commifornia. Making it sound like they're doing something. Every race does that. Anyway, it looks like we're out on the track. We got them all getting up there and getting gridded up. We're going to start tonight's race off, of course, with a Crank It Up.
And the blinding lights of the pace car.
And the blinding lights of the pace car, yes. Hey, they doesn't have the fancy rims tonight, though.
They didn't want them to be stolen.
They probably got stolen in Chicago when we were up there.
It's probably a violation to bring them into California.
All right, we're about to go green. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Commifornia 300 WFO Racing Network. There we go. Look at that. Vern Bradley dropping out there in front. Looked like a little bit. We had a little bit of issue. Ray Chess Jr. over there on the restart and the crank it up. Looked like he lost a little bit of control there, and off to the wall it went. No caution. He was able to pull his vehicle off of it and down into pit lane. So, not a good way to start off. Hey. God bless America. It seems like every time I want to go live. Anyway, we got Vern Brett. Vern Bradley in first. Roy Hyde second. Glenn Jameson in third. Tommy Haynes dropping it on the spot to fourth. And then, what we got? Rick Fergone. Rick Fergone in the fifth spot. Go ahead, and we'll mention this, too, right off the bat. Right here at the beginning of this, because that way, when I put everybody else to sleep, they've already heard it. Announcing. You ready for this? We got a big announcement. Big announcement.
Ooh.
Big announcement. Yes. Wednesday, June 26th at Concord Speedway. Season 13 will be giving out their all-star race. It'll be a late model stock. It will start, like I said, it'll be Wednesday the 26th. All-star race will have 2 heat races and to set up the lineup. And here's the big part of it there, Brazy. First time.
Something bigger?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
$200 winner takes all.
Wow.
$100 from one of our sponsors, Rig Radio. $50 from Vern Bradley. And $50 from Mike McCauley. Leading to.
Vern's gonna need that for his cheat codes, though.
Well, you know, I mean, hey. He's ponying up, man. Ponying up. So for a total of $200 worth of cash, Ola, to the winner. And you know what the best part about it is? Any driver qualifies for that race as long as they started at least one race in season 13. That's pretty cool.
So if I start a race next week,
No, season. During this season. This is championship. Sorry, bud. Sorry, season's over.
like you would have anything to worry about me starting next week.
Hey, you know, you might, I mean, for $200, you might be like Killdozer out there, just be taking everybody out. You got to get across the finish line in order to win. Anyway, Vern Bradley.
Doesn't matter which direction.
Yeah, it does. Just go ahead and ask Austin about that. Definitely matters. I'm actually quite impressed. They're actually staying together. Did you see they're going to crank it up? They were already 3 and 4 wide coming through.
I did see that.
It was crazy. Tommy Haynes, you can see there back there in that 10 car. He's moving up. I mean, Rick Fergone. Yeah, Lance Yancey in the 77, kind of maintaining everything. Not really anything except for Chuck Sweeney. Chuck Sweeney's already up 7 spots. He moved up to 9. Doing one of those, we don't need to qualify type deal things. Let's make it as challenging as possible. Dakota Floyd tonight, right in behind him in that 24. Castro. In front of him is Richard Holland in that V-Speed.
I have a feeling at the 26th, everybody's going to qualify.
On the 26th, everybody's going to qualify?
Yeah.
You think so?
Because everybody's going to want to be in front and not let it go.
Well, hey, when you got $200 on the line, you got $200 on the line.
Exactly.
That's not any small cashola.
That's not a thing to sit back and, I can work my way up to the front.
Yeah.
I'm going to start in front. I'm going to stay in front.
Hell, I know I will. I mean, I'd start in the front. I'd have more of a hard time staying up front. But anyway, season's 13 All-Star Race will be on again Wednesday, the 26th of June. And it'll be late model stocks will be the category this year at Concord Speedway. Winner take all. No first, second, or third. Winner take all. I think that's pretty exciting, to be honest with you.
I'd say so.
You would?
would.
You could almost go to TwitchCon on that.
You could buy the ticket, maybe.
No, you can't. Trust me. You could put a down payment on the ticket.
Yeah. You get about 10 more of those and you can go to TwitchCon.
Hey, it ain't that much cheaper from here. I think it was 1976 is when I looked at that. Which was a good year. Not that I would know. I wasn't, there. So we got Vern Bradley out there in front. Roy Hyde is just not going to give up. He's going to stick right there with him. And look at that margin, 0.111 or 1-1.
I think Vern had a little bit of a bobble there, and Roy capitalized on it because that gap was at a 0.3. And then it started to grow again. So.
Yeah, well, you know what? Vern just gave him another opportunity. Touch that outside wall. And Roy Hyde, once again, is going to capitalize, go to the outside. Or going to try and capitalize. Vern's been pretty fast these last couple of weeks. Probably going to try to get Vern up there in some slickness. But Vern said, Meanwhile, those two are battling it out. Look at this. 63 is up a spot. He's moved into third. Glenn Jameson. And you got Rick Fergone down on the bottom side.
the camera angle is not. It's not the car shaking that camera. That's the camera guy getting scared because the car's rubbing through there.
It's a pain in the pants. Back up the front. Another challenge from Roy Hyde. Hey. Side by side, Roy Hyde and Vern Bradley. Where are we, lap 16? 16 laps to go.
Wait, to go? No.
Oh. Well, forgive me, it's old age. I just Biden-eased that motherfucker, didn't I? Hey, at least I didn't poop my pants. What's up, Bert? How you doing? And the quarter panels, yeah.
He's doing slight wall adjustments with the quarter panels.
What a battle. Look at it, this front. Let's go ahead and hey, well, let's get the Amy Contracting chopper cam out here. Look at this. And look at, you can see down at the bottom of your screen the 31 of Richard Holland. He's popping up. There's your top 8 right there-ish. Vern Bradley able to hold everybody off and get that lead back. Roy's going to dive down to the inside again. Glenn Jameson taking the high road. And Rick Fergone moving right up along side by side by Glenn Jameson there. Potentially, and look at this, they're catching up to Roy. Roy keeps going, trying to take on Vern, but I think he's looking out the front window more than he is the rear view, because he got some boys coming up, going to be challenging him pretty soon. Look at the bright lights on that car. She said, watch as we come around. Stay in the chopper cam real quick. Take a look at these lights off in this pace car. This damn fool ought to be arrested. Roy challenging Vern again down on the inside. Must be nice to be a contractor, huh? Can afford your own chopper cam. My goodness. Well, they tightened all back up there, Brazy. Take a look at that. Huh? That's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. Uh-oh. What we got going on? Glenn Jameson going to dive down in behind. Can't really decide which way he wants to go.
I think he wanted to thread a needle, but they closed that door.
Yeah, and Rick Fergone's like, would you
Three
just...
wide.
Oh, 3 wide. Glenn Jameson, gonna get up in there, just touch Vern Bradley. Good job to Glenn Jameson for holding on, even though it did cost him, 3 spots?
3 spots,
Great job holding on to it, though. Now you got Tommy Haynes looking down to the inside, and look at this, Richard Holland.
yeah. Now Richard's going to make it 3 wide.
Yep. Vern doesn't know who the hell to block. I don't know. They're all coming for me. Brian Miskill, we haven't mentioned him tonight, but he's in the 33 machine there, and he just pushed Roy Hyde to the front. And now he's on the outside of Vern. Rick Fergone, where is he going to go? He's going to pop up in there behind Brian Misk and Vern. They're trying to leave him out to die. And look at this. Oh, what a move. Brian Miskell's going to drive down right in front of Vern Bradley and come side by side by the 00 Roy Hyde. What's Rick doing? Rick Fagone going to drive down to the bottom. Look at this. Look, and you can see him. You can see it in his eyes. Richard Holland in the back there. Just
Rick using all the royal estate.
yeah, he is. He's like, I paid for it, damn it. I'm using it all at once. Not really sure. Maybe those bumps up against the wall may have taken a little bit of issue there because Vern Bradley's going in the wrong direction. Them sharks smelled that blood, boy. They just went after. Oh, and he touches the wall once again.
Bunch them up a little bit.
Tommy Haynes is like, I don't want to be by him. Please
Like,
let
somebody
me
open
by.
up a spot so I can get out of this.
Hey, right nut. Hey, left nut. Never mind. Family show there, Brazy. Family show.
3, 4, almost 4 wide.
Almost. Not quite. Dakota Floyd is up there now, and man, I don't know. I don't know. They just outracing him. Outracing him. Meanwhile, up at the front, our new leader there, Roy Hyde. Brian Miskell is not going to allow him. It looks as if not going to allow him to be to get away. Bert, where are you tonight? How come you're not in here? Bert says it's a fun track. You can run just about anywhere here. And look at this. We got the number 10, just Rick Fagone going, looking to the inside. Oh, I don't know if you saw it or not, but Glenn Jameson just put one hell of a block in on Richard Holland. You know, one of those big crash gates that come down real quick, road closed? Yeah, that's what he just did to Richard Holland. He shut that door.
Shut it like a fire door.
Uh-huh. All right, Brian Miskell, he's going to look. He's looking at the inside. Damn, cameraman. Roy kind of looked like he just let him get by there. You think maybe he's greasing up the tires a little bit? Maybe could that possibly be what happened? Wasn't getting enough. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how you don't get enough air out front, but Vern Bradley is still continuing to go backwards. He's in 9th spot now. Rick Fagone going around Roy Hyde now is to take the 2nd spot. Brian Miskell is your leader. Rick Fagone 2nd, Roy Hyde 3rd, Glenn Jameson 4th, Richard Holland moving all the way up to 5th. Something tells me that he's not done.
It is still pretty early, though.
I know, but we're calling it like it's the last 25 laps. I'm sure they'll settle down as they go 4 wide into the corner. I mean, you know.
Roy ducking down. He's looking to the inside now.
Yeah, but Josh Rick getting up there and saying, no, no, no. And just Rick's like, God dang, man, I picked the wrong one again. Gets in there behind Roy. Boy, he just don't know where to go. He's like, no, damn, no, I'm going to go back down here. And look at, holy crap, look at this. Out of nowhere, up 3 spots, the 24 Dakota Floyd is now in contention. He's now battling for the 5th spot, 4th spot. Rick Fagone driving it down hard. Down to that inside. Is he going to have enough? Is he going to have enough go-go? Dakota Floyd ripping it all the way up and now moving into 4th. Who's this guy? Look at this. The 97 Travis Smith. He says, don't forget about me. I got a nice car.
I want to be in the showcase.
I want to be in the showcase. Well, there you are. I don't even know how many wide that was. Jeff, that looked like an Atlanta freeway. Oh, well, you wanted to be on the showcase. You almost ended up in the highlight reel. Got a little sideways there. Looked like maybe a little bit of door-to-door. I don't know. Are they going to be able to keep this pressure up for another 70 laps? Something's got to break, Crazy.
Or does it?
I don't know.
Maybe they just fight this the entire time. Green lap pit, come back out, battle it again to the end.
Till the end. There can only be one. Yeah. Kentucky windage working, huh? Momentum is everything. Nobody wants to win. Yeah.
Kentucky windage. What? He said he was in Kentucky working.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, Kentucky working, Kentucky windage. I mean, it's almost all the letters are there. And look at that. Look at how everybody just made Roy go, oh, shit. Roy Hyde dropping down to just in front of Vern Bradley, down 5 spots now. Richard Holland going ahead, and he looks like he's on the move.
And meanwhile, Rick Jones got almost a second lead.
Rick Fergone just, where did he come from? What is he doing? What's he got in there?
He's driving the wheels off is what he's doing. He's like, I got a lead. I am going. Bert does have another shot.
Yep. Dakota Floyd up 5 spots, moving into the second spot. That's pretty impressive. Just Rick already gaining a second gap between him and Dakota. Who was that? Who was that? Was that somebody down on the inside? Who was that? Brian Miskill.
Maybe Brian going to the pit.
Yep, Brian Miskill going down into the pits. A little early for that, I would think. 35 laps. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's got some pit strategy going on.
There's already been a couple in, so.
Maybe it'll all come out in the wash. Yeah, you're right. Roy Hyde's down there too, Lance Yancey. And here comes a lot more. Chuck Sweetie and Elsie Daly just went down into pits. And so did our leader, Rick Fergone. So it looks like we do have a little bit of pit strategy going on. Green flag pits. Dakota Floyd, your current leader. Splitting it in thirds. Yeah. The catered pre-race meal might have been a bad choice. Well, you just have to look over and take a look at Brazy and, I mean, he was the chef.
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, the catered pre-race meal was onion lasagna.
That's what I had last night.
Onion lasagna?
Lasagna.
Oh, okay.
Tonight I had omelet.
I had mac and cheese with chicken and mushroom. Now look at this. Roy Hyde went in first, and he's already moving up. And he's already done caught to the leader. And he's going to get his lap back. Right there. Well, hats off. It might work out. Considering that Dakota, he's on the tail end of the lead lap. And Dakota is leading the lap. Wait a minute. Brian Misko getting his lap back. And here comes your race leader now into the pits. He's going to be coming down along with that other guy. Travis Smith, yeah. And once we get cycled through, that's that's a different kind of way to get into your pit area.
Yeah, at least you didn't overshoot it like we saw one of them overshoot. I don't remember who it was, but
Believe it or not, I think that was Chuck. I could be wrong, but I thought it was green and black. But back in the lead, here he is, Roy Hyde. And now he has a half-second lead over Brian Misko. I'm going to have to say that was some pre-planning, pre-trip planning pit stops. Oh. TJ Lee right there. Coming back out of pit, going to just jump up in front of John. No, that wasn't TJ. That was the 50. What is that? 53? Yeah, that was Ivan Jones. RGC. He's part of the RGC team. I saw the RGC. Thought, 2 to 2. Put 1 and 1 together and didn't come up with 2. Chicken bacon ranch pasta. Ooh. Why?
I think he might have been the one that overshot his spot.
Yeah, it might be. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I had tonight. Without the bacon and without the ranch. Add mushrooms, cheese. Okay.
I had the same thing, just different.
I had the same thing, just nothing, nothing, whatever.
We both had noodles.
Yeah, we both had, well, in that case, all 3 of us had noodles.
Who's the third one?
You just had lasagna.
Yesterday.
Oh, I thought you said tonight.
No, that was said I had it yesterday. I had omelet tonight.
An omelet? You made yourself an omelet tonight?
I did.
Oh, my goodness. Killing them chickens. Shame on you.
You were eating chicken too? Just a different
Yeah,
version.
but I allowed mine to grow up. You got them while they were young. Perv.
Wow.
Ivan Jones up there running with the big dogs like he's in the top 5 or something. Meanwhile, he's down, unfortunately for him, he's at 14th right now. But he's only down 1 spot. The shocker is your pole sitter right here. Down 14 spots in 15th, Vern Bradley. And right behind Vern Bradley is actually the 5th spot car. Sometimes I get so confused. Vern Bradley's in 15th and Chuck Swinning's in 5th. Oh, my brain. But the only ones out here on the lead lap are Roy Hyde, Brian, and Rick Vergone. As they all come across down onto the 43rd. But we go on to Glenn Jamison. Oh, no, they're all on the same. What are you talking about, that, man?
You know, sometimes I just let you go.
Yeah, I know. Then it usually gets me in trouble. The whole point of a co-host is to keep the host out of trouble.
You know, there's not enough crayons.
Yeah, you're talking about Trump bail money now.
There's not enough fencing. There's not enough puzzles. It just, you can't. Trying to wrangle you is like trying to wrangle Biden.
Hey. Minus the poopy pants.
Exit the stage the wrong way. Trip up the stairs.
I haven't done that in a long time.
Huh, funny. Neither is he.
That's because they don't put him near stairs anymore. You ever notice that all his communications on one level?
Or on a ramp.
Yeah, they got a wheelchair ramp in the back. Rick Vergone, he is looking to get back out in front. And I got to be honest with you, with watching what he did last time, I'd be afraid for him to get back out in front. He immediately was able to put a second gap. Unlike other drivers tonight, he immediately got some space in between everybody. That's our 1, 2, and 3 right there. Roy Hyde, Brian Miskell, and Rick Vergone. Glenn Jamison is in 4th. Richard Holland is in 5th. Roy going a little wide. Brian going to the inside. Rick going to stay down on the inside track, right in behind Brian. Just as, okay, well, he, man.
Inside, outside.
Inside, outside. Yeah, he's just. And it looks like Ivan Jones is up there just giving whoever in front of him help.
Trying to. They keep moving around.
He's like, well, God damn. I'm only one man. Rick going way low, down low. Not quite going to do it on that lap.
Looks like Ivan's trying to stick with Brian as much as possible now.
Now keep in mind, Ivan's just trying to get a lap back. Hopefully he's able to. He is the lead car on the one lap down. Roy doesn't look like Roy's gonna. Is he warming up his tires or what? Should have done that pre-race. But Roy's going to fight back for that position. He's not going to let Rick get a second lead this time. Pretty exciting. Vern Bradley is moving back up.
trying to get his lap back.
Trying to get his lap back. Rick gonna stay right down there on the bottom of the track. It's been working very well for him. Already a half a second. Look at that. And he gone. He gone. Hey, was that Paul Lucky Dog Patterson right there? It sure is.
It is.
Paul Lucky Dog Patterson. Unfortunately for him, he's about to get lapped. They got a whole gang coming. Bert says that Ricky's doing really good on the lawn tonight, taking care of a little bit better care of his tires, and yeah, he's coming up on Paul Lucky Dog Patterson. Paul going to go far, far to the right. Let those leaders get by. You got Vern Bradley down on the inside. Roy High going to drop back up behind Lucky Dog. Glenn Jameson also. He is currently third right now. Although you wouldn't be able to tell with all the... Oh, Vern Bradley going up into Lucky Dog. What the hell? Paul's like, what the hell? I can't go any further. There's a wall there. For Christ's sake.
Damn it, Vern.
Paul's flipping him off. God damn it. Didn't you see the traffic signal? Jesus. And that is all for second spot right there. Well, some of them. Ivan Jones and Vern Bradley are just trying to get their lap. And of course, announcing in the booth would not be justified or complete unless you weren't talking about that guy right there, the 31 of Richard Holland, who's already moved it back up the 4th spot. Vern getting a little antsy there behind Roy. Ivan Jones going, finally, a car I can follow.
Well, the way it's been going, I don't know that you want to be following that car.
No, he just smucked the wall again. Meanwhile, can you believe this shit? Oh my, why these guys are back here battling for this second spot. Rick Fergone already 1.86 second lead over second place. Glenn Jameson going to move up to the front with bring Richard Holland with him.
He's currently third in points. He's behind Richard by 8 points.
By 8 points.
So with that stat, I wouldn't be surprised as why he's trying to keep as much of the lead as he can. because Richard Holland is not too far away. And there's still a lot of laps to go.
A lot of laps to go. Ivan Jones diving up back in front of Vern Bradley. Got a couple of lap cars battling it out right there up amongst the leaders. That could turn disastrous. Just saying.
I mean, we've seen Richard gap larger gaps than that, or close larger gaps than that before. So
Oh, don't give him all that. Come on now.
well, we've seen Chuck do it too. So I mean,
Speaking of which, Chuck currently running 8th back here, up 8 spots. Just kind of chillaxing. Richard Holland going to move up into 2nd spot with Glenn Jameson right in behind. Travis Smith is your 4th car, and Dakota Floyd is able to get around Vern Bradley. And, well, whether or not he got around Vern Bradley, he was still 5th.
tonight's wall has been officially Vern tested, Vern approved.
Just about every corner, too. Now, Richard Holland has been able to cut down into that lead. He is already, like you were saying, he's already reeling them in. Rick Fagone's got a 1.43 right now, and that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting. You know, several times this year, Rick has been back there, and I don't want to say run block, but, you know, has been able to put himself amongst other people there and let Richard go on to do. And I wonder if Richard's going to get up there and get Rick around there and get him pushed around. He's settling nicely, kind of nice and easy, but he is reeling him in. Now back underneath the 2nd. The problem is he's bringing everybody with him, with him. Travis Smith moving up to 3rd. He's able to get around Glenn. Glenn says, shut up, DMS. It's not over yet. Yeah, Glenn would have taken the 3rd spot right there. Travis is going to go to the, I'm going to have to say that was a pretty good pass. One that Glenn is going to repay right off the bat. Inside, outside, all around the track. Dakota Floyd going to drop down now. Richard Holland able to get about 3/4 of a second now. Every lap. Every lap he's kind of gaining on him.
We're saying in about 10 laps, they're going to probably pit again.
Yeah. That'll be the 2nd green flag pit tonight. No cautions tonight. That's okay. We'll make it up in the truck series. 15
I think
cautions
we
last
made
week.
it up already.
Jesus Christ. I think it was, what was it, like 15 cautions last week?
Was it 15 or did we end on 17? I don't remember.
Well, I know that Patterson got 15, Lucky Dog Patterson got 15 Lucky Dogs. Almost finished on the lead lap. If we would have had 10 more laps, he would have been on the lead lap. Because it would have been at least 2 more cautions. Fun to watch. But the guy paying the bills, man, they weren't too happy.
The body guys were not happy.
The body guys were definitely not happy from last week. How many of you think just went in there and said, fuck it, just trash it, and we'll just build a new one? Pull the motor. Nah, never mind.
How many of them do you think after the third caution just started building the new one?
Yeah, right. You
We
prove
ain't
them.
even fixing this one anymore. We're just going to start right now.
Would have been 18 if the flag man wasn't off getting a hot dog. That's true. Well, there we go. Richard Holland is officially caught. Josh Rick. And you know that they're just communicating, saying, all right, let's just calm this down. And
You think he's saying that, or you think he's saying, damn it, I had a nice lead and you just had to go and ruin it?
well, not only did he ruin it, but he brought everybody with him too. So, because Travis Smith is not that far behind Richard Holland, and we've seen Travis being able to cut deficits down also. Vern Bradley back down to 15th spot. Well, that's not looking like just sitting down and relaxing and running some laps.
Nope, it don't.
And that looks like Rick Vergone taking his normal spot. Now all of a sudden that big bumper will start hydraulically coming out, and next thing you know, ain't nobody getting by.
Travis Smith's like, now wait a minute here.
Yeah, Travis closing him right in on Rick. Travis looks like he's trying to go off to the high side, waiting for that, spike strip to pop out back of the Rick's taillights. You know those little spike? Never mind.
The stop sticks?
No, they're like, you remember when you were a kid and you James Bond had them in his bumper. Or out of his taillights. They popped out of his taillights. They threw jacks on the road, and they were just spikes. Never.
Back when I was a kid.
Back when I was a kid, James Bond had that in his car, along with a smoke screen and an old slick. And the machine guns, headlight machine guns. Or was it missiles? I don't know. But Travis
Depends on
Smith.
which one?
Yeah, Travis Smith says, I don't care how big that frickin' bumper is. I'm going through. And he
next round
is-
of pits starting.
Yeah, and he is catching Richard. Ought to make it pretty interesting. Glenn Jameson has pulled in. Vern Bradley has gone down pit road. So if you're Travis Smith or Dakota Floyd, do you pit with Richard or do you stay out there until he pits? Well, there's our answer right there. No. Okay.
I was gonna say I don't know if you pit with him. Travis is running good laps right now. Was able to catch up to Richard. He can get like an extra lap and then pit, and maybe he can come back out and still be in front, or close to front, and then get up there and have a couple laps fresher tires and challenge him at the end.
We are not under caution, but let's take a look at this. Okay, that's our shitty camera angle. Looks like Tommy Haynes trying to get into maybe pits or.
Possibly.
Yeah, it looks like he was coming down there to try to get into the pits and then just, yeah, you dabba dabba doo, yabba da, yeah.
For him.
Huh? Tried to slow down
for him.
Yep, put him sideways, but it's going to hurt. Yeah, recalculating. Well, Rick Vergone is in pits. In the pit. And it looks like Dakota Floyd and Roy Hyde went down in also. Leaving Travis Smith and Richard Holland out. Rick Vergone able with a great, look at this. He may be a lap down, but man, he had a great pit stop. Came in and he's right in behind, back in behind Travis. With fresher tires. Richard Holland, our race leader, he's coming down. And he's going to be coming down with Brian Miskill. Travis Smith is staying out. Glenn Jameson going to get his lap back. So what is Travis thinking?
Well, I'm thinking Travis didn't think that Ricky would be back out that quick.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Travis is going to come down, and he's now on pit road. Chuck Sweeting is also coming down pit road. And when it's all said and done, that man right there will be your race leader unless he comes down pit road also. John Sadu, the 86.
Kelsey Daly and Michael McCauley posted 206 and 205 for top speeds.
Top speeds here tonight. Yeah, 205, 206. One of the all-star sponsors right there in the 81 machine, posting the second fastest time tonight. Michael McCauley in that Sweet Tarts. Back up at the front, John Sanu is your leader. Glenn Jameson is in second. Rick Vergone back in third. Dakota Floyd fourth. And Richard Holland back in fifth. After pit stop. After pits. Travis Smith coming in right in on sixth. Right in there behind, but with a little bit more distance between him and Richard than it was before. .30 laps to go. Richard should be able to run them back down. I didn't happen to notice, but I think Glenn Jameson still needs to pit.
Nope, he's been in.
Oh, he was in. Okay.
Currently, the only one left out there that needs the kit would be Mike McCauley.
Well, Bert says they should have enough to go the rest. They go the rest of the way, so that this ought to make it interesting. Glenn Jamieson is your current race leader, and Rick going in behind him. Dakota Floyd fourth, Richard Holland fifth. Travis Smith has moved, or Richard Holland fourth. Travis Smith's moved up to fifth. Elsie Daly running sixth. Roy Hyde seventh. Brian Miskill eighth. Chuck Sweeney, you are not going to be able to cut down or count out. Chuck Sweeney is currently running ninth. TJ Lee with a top 10 if the race were to end right now.
Just like that, Ricky's back in front.
And Ricky's back in front and putting it down. Dakota Floyd and Richard Holland back here messing around. I mean, not messing around, but playing around with Vern Bradley, who's currently back on the lead lap and in 12th spot. Or 13. All in all, just great racing. 25 laps to go. We have been caution-free here at Auto Club Speedway in Commifornia. And, man, it's been entertaining all night.
A lot of challenges for a lot of positions.
A
Not
lot.
all of them for first.
Yep. We've seen 3 wide, we've seen 4 wide, we've seen challenges, we've seen cutoffs, we've seen haircuts, you name it.
See wall checks.
Oh, yeah, we've seen quite a few of those. Our official wall checker. This here is Dakota Floyd, Richard Holland, and Travis Smith, and they're all fighting for that top 3 spot. Meanwhile, Rick is able to maintain and grow that lead a little bit over Glenn. The concerning part is that Richard Holland getting around Dakota right there on the outside, and Richard is going to try and chase him back down. Currently about a 1.8, 1.75 second lead between Glenn Jamieson and Dakota Floyd right now. They're not going to want to battle for the 3rd spot too much and tie up too much time and let those leaders get that much further away. We're at 22 laps.
2.4 seconds to get to the front, so.
Yeah. And something tells me Rick's just not going to go, I'll just slow down here and let y'all catch up. He's actually increased by about 0.13 hundredths of a second over Glenn. And Dakota, but Richard and Dakota have been able to cut off, down to about a second and a half. So lots of time left. And that's just going to make it for an interesting finish. Travis Smith able to close that gap between him and Richard Holland. Richard's going to go down on the inside. Travis just going to stay there. Dakota's like, not again. No. Stay down. You know them guys are having fun. They're having fun right now. Clean racing. And although they haven't really been able to, Travis Smith going to cut that bumper off of Richard Holland, go diving down in the inside of Dakota Floyd, and he's going to take both places. Dakota not too happy with that, of course. He's going to drive back down to the inside. And Richard's like, what the hell just happened? All I saw was a flash. What? Who? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Coming through. Travis Smith on that high grade chicken feed in that TMC trucking truck. Flashing his lights as he goes by. Whoop, whoop. And I will say, that although they haven't really gained a lot of position on each other because they've been tossing back and forth, they have been able to close that gap down to about a 1.4 second lead between him and Glenn. I mean, between him and Rick. And they have caught up to Glenn Jameson. Keeping an eye on that 97 right there. Dakota Floyd in fourth. Richard Holland now in fifth. And how are they going to do this? Glenn was like, I was happy just up here running by myself. Y'all didn't have to come up here. But here comes Travis Smith driving all the way down on the inside, and he is easily going to take over that second spot. Now the question is he going to be able to cut that deficit down between him and Rick? Rick up here in front. Dakota Floyd looking like he was going to trying to get around Glenn. And we've got 17 laps.
Travis able to get some space between him and that group behind him.
Yep.
And slowly eating away at that Ricky lead.
Yep. Now we're at about a second. I wouldn't even say slowly. We were just at 1.25. Now we're at 1.13. All right. Well, there we go. Dakota Floyd and Richard Holland both able to get around Glenn Jameson. And now Richard is going to dive down to the inside, try to get back around Dakota. Dakota been fighting hard out there tonight. This is the race for third. And look at this. Travis Smith able to cut that down to just about a second lead now. And we've got 15 laps to go. Josh Rick sitting up here in front's going, man, what the hell? Did this track just stretch out? I was doing so good, Mom. They bullied me. Paul Lucky Dog Patterson up there on the right-hand side of your track in that 51 machine. He'll get out of the way for the race leaders to get on by. That you can damn well guarantee. Oh. Well, a little aggressive trying to get out of the way.
Thought Vern was by him again.
He's still getting flashbacks. It's like, ah! Travis Smith getting around Paul right there. And we've got 14 laps to go.
Travis is now down to just 3/4 of a second.
What's up, nation? How you doing tonight? He fought valiantly. Yes, he did. Glenn Jameson. Unfortunately for that, Glenn has been put down to 5th, and he's all by himself now. Richard,
He's got Paul.
what's that?
He's got Paul.
Yeah, he's got that. Richard Holland able to get around Dakota Floyd. Is there going to be enough? He is 1 second behind Travis Smith and about a second and a half behind Rick Fergone. And we got 12 laps to go. And the fact that Dakota's not giving up.
Rick's got 3-lap older tires, so going to depend on how he's driving it, I think. If he's going to maintain it or if Travis is going to catch him up. Catch up to him.
I'm going to have to say Travis is going to catch up to him because we're less than a half a second now. And Travis is still gaining. Let's run through the top 10 real quick while we can. We got 11 laps to go. Rick Fergone is your race leader. Travis Smith in second. Richard Holland third. Dakota Floyd is in fourth. Glenn Jamieson in fifth. Brian Miskill in that 33 machine is in sixth. Roy Hyde seventh. LZ Daly, we haven't talked a lot about tonight, but he's wound himself up 7 spots into 8th spot. Chuck Sweeney ninth. And then you got Lance Yancey in 10th. Now, it's TJ, just a little out of caution, or just a little out of space there for TJ to get into a top 10 tonight, but who knows? Race isn't over. We got 10 laps to go.
And Travis is leading.
And
Where did
Travis,
that happen?
well, I mean, like I said, he was only a half a second down, and he dove down. And we have a new race leader, Travis Smith, but Rick is not going to give up. And this is the point in time right now that Rick's screaming over the radio, "Where's my teammate? Get up here." Richard. Travis Smith running a fantastic race tonight already, getting out there and putting in a little bit of space. But Richard Holland, 9 laps to go, is catching up. And now Travis Smith is counting down. And he's like, man, those laps are going by a lot faster when I was back there. Now they're going slow. 8 laps.
So, Bert, is that a vote for a certain driver of the day, maybe?
Gonna have to vote 97 driver of the day. Great driving, great pits. Yes, he's done fantastic. Travis Smith, win or lose. Yeah, he's definitely got my vote. Done a fantastic night. Had a fantastic night tonight. Up 11 spots, which is in this league with these quality of drivers is not an easy task. Hit his pits right, got in, got out, and now has a half-second lead over Rick Fergone. And about a 1.03 second lead over Richard Holland. 6 laps. It's all
I'm
going to come.
thinking it-
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, it's all going to come down to this right here. You either give her hell. There's no holding back. You give it whatever you got. And if you ain't got nothing else, then, well, welcome to 3rd. Welcome to 2nd. Welcome to 5th. Got to lay it all out there now. What's that?
What you just said was better than what I was going to say. I was just going to say the way it's looking, if these splits aren't changing that much, which they're not changing a lot, this might be 1, 2, 3 right here.
Might be. They're all pretty much. Travis is been able to get about 0.20 seconds more, actually. Let's throw those stats up. Well, we can't. Nah, no. Never mind. We only got 4 laps to go. Dakota Floyd having a wonderful night tonight. Josh Rick having a fantastic tonight. Richard Holland doing a great job. But unfortunately, Travis Smith is just gaining and putting down more space, almost up to a second now. And with 3 laps to go, I'm going to say, unless something catastrophic happens, that's what you're looking at right there. 1, 2, and 3. Great job tonight for the HJRM race team.
Well, the question is Richard going to take second from Rick?
No, I wouldn't think so. He might, but Rick might not be able to hold him off either. Rick's the kind of guy that'll be like, look, if you're faster, go ahead and take it. But Travis Smith is coming around with a second now, over a second. So constantly being able to add it on, and I think there's your answer. Richard Holland going to drop down on the inside. Teammates having a little bit of fun, and is Richard going to try to catch him? You think Richard's going to try to catch him?
I don't think there's enough laps.
I wouldn't say that down there. We got 2 laps to go. Richard Holland. No, something happened to Travis. Might be just too much to overcome. Final lap. White flag. Not enough laps. Not enough laps. Chuck Sweeting, Ivan Jones, Tommy Haynes, and they're all in pits. Oh my goodness, here he goes. We're gonna look at this. What a finish. What a finish. Oh, we got fireworks. What the hell? We got fireworks here? Oh, okay. I heard something going boom, boom, boom. Oh, it is California. Yeah. Anyway, there's your winner right there. The 97 of Travis Smith, Richard Holland in second, Rick Fergone third, Dakota Floyd fourth, Glenn Jameson fifth, and here's the results so you can see where your favorite driver ended tonight, and we'll be back for interviews. And we're back. How about it, Travis Smith? You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Wow. What a fantastic race tonight.
Wow, that was cool. I hope it looked as cool as it was from
Oh.
here on the TV screen because that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
5 lanes of racing, and everybody could use the whole track. That was pretty awesome. Really, really good racing.
It was fantastic to watch with his caliber driver and stuff. Clean race all the way through. No cautions. It was phenomenal. Great job.
Yeah, no cautions is a big part of this league. So you got to be thinking about that when you come in here for the long runs because of, we go a lot of races with no cautions and some really good drivers, man, that races you hard but gives you enough room. I know Dakota, me and him seem like every week we're racing each other sometime during the race, and man, it's so fun. And the winning move tonight, I think, was whenever the 31 couldn't get by him, and I got a good run on the top and just slung it into turn 3 and let it slide job up in front of the 24, and then I think the 31 got hung up behind him there for a while and able me to get away and run the 10 down. That was really fun. Well,
you'll have to go back and watch the replay because we were watching you the entire time that you were doing that, and that was smooth. That was smooth. And boy, I'll tell you what, it is, Richard is such a competitor. Richard Holland is a hell of a competitor out here. And so whenever you have the opportunity to do something like that and take him by surprise a little bit, I mean, it's just that, it just it talks to the quality of drivers that we have. You're able to take chances, but you're not going to put another driver at risk. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Exactly. Yeah, that was my mindset. I saw that he was struggling with the 24. I had a chance to slide job him and pulled it off. But you're right, Richard is a very good, him and Chuck and a lot of these guys. I mean, Vern, you got the Jameson, really fast guys. So, to come in here and finally get a win. I feel like I've been talking to y'all a lot, but not on the top podium. So finally get a win is pretty awesome.
Well, there you go. Anybody you'd like to thank tonight for your win?
Always thanking you guys for a great job. I really like going back and watching y'all do a great job. Dirty air racing, like I said, I got in here tonight, no practice laps. I don't know if you saw that. No practice laps, just in time to qualify and qualified out back. And with the guys, my teammates, Brian Muscale, Roy Hyde, hey, put this in, and go for it. And so thank those guys.
Well, there you go. Anything, Brazy?
It was a great race. Nice, clean racing. Was fun watching you get around those guys for those laps. Yeah, and the fact that you were able to get up there and then challenge Ricky and get up in front and just kind of take off with it. It was great to watch. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner of Commifornia 300 here at Auto Club. Congratulations, Travis.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to bring in number 2. Number 2. Right here. As soon as we get him up here. How about you, Richard Holland? You got a copy?
I got you.
Wow. What another phenomenal, fantastic show of how great you drivers are here tonight.
Yeah, green flag all the way, man. It was crazy. I felt like that might happen here. I've seen it several times, but it's just a wide track, a lot of room, and usually you space out, pretty good. But yeah, great race.
So talk us through those last 10 laps. Just once Travis got in front of you guys and you left you out back there racing with Dakota. I mean, it was just he was able to get too much spot or too much space, or.
Yeah, I knew Travis pitted one lap after I did, so I wanted to keep him behind me. But he got a run on the outside. There was nothing I could do, and I knew once he got around us, I wasn't going to be able to catch him. So I was hoping that he wouldn't be able to catch Ricky, but then Ricky fell off a little bit too much, and but no, Travis ran a great race. I mean, he was right there in the mix the whole time. I think he was really good on the long run, which is what you need to be here, and he played the strategy out just perfect, and it worked out great. So congratulations to him on the win.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. I mean, up 7 spots tonight to finish second here at Auto Club. Fantastic as always. Such an enjoyment watching you guys. And
yeah, well, we appreciate it. I mean, like I say, everybody here puts on a hell of a show. A lot of good, clean race car drivers in here, man. So it makes it fun. So, but yeah, I don't know what the hell the deal is with the qualifying this year, but I can't qualify. I'm just gonna do the Chuck Sweeten thing. I'm gonna start in the back from now on. But it's crazy. I don't know what it is. I put everything into it, and I'm like 9th, 10th. I mean, it's whatever. But qualify to try to qualify up front, not middle of the pack. But no, we did all right. I kind of figured it would settle in. Like I say, it usually spaces out here, and we just tried to take care of it and do the best we could, and we got up through there pretty good on that first run, and then we had a good clean pit stops all night, and it worked out pretty good. We was able to battle, battle somewhat for the win, but good top 3 there we were battling for. That was a lot of fun.
well, and a great night for your team.
Yeah, second, third place finish, led some laps. Ricky had an awesome run, which is really good for him, and happy for him. I thought he had a chance to win this thing. I was rooting for him.
Well, there you go. Anyone you'd like to thank tonight for your second place?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for putting on the show here. We everybody loves to go and watch these things, and without you guys doing that, we couldn't do that. So we appreciate it so much.
Well,
And our family and friends and whatnot appreciate watching this. And again, they wouldn't be able to do it without you guys doing what you do. So thank you. And just everybody that puts on this thing, Vern and everyone that has anything to do with it, really. That's they put a hell of a group of drivers together for this season, and it really has been a lot of fun. So no matter what happens at Daytona, it's been a great season.
we really, we were talking about that. I was talking about that with Angel the other night. I was like, I can remember everybody was kind of scared because we came up here and it was, just not that we're superstitious, but, season 13, do we skip it? Do we just go right to 14th or whatever? And it turns out to be one of the best seasons that I've been a part of.
Yeah, it really has been. I mean, it's pretty crazy when you race a 100 and 25, 35, 40 lap race, and you're surprised when a caution comes out.
Yeah.
Usually it's the other way around. Wow, we got a long green flag run in there. We're like, wow, there was a caution. It's just impressive, really, and it's not because people are out there riding around. I mean, there's been some serious racing and battling, and I think, for the most part, everybody has the same mentality. They kind of take the race, you take the green flag, and you go, and everybody kind of settles in, and it kind of spreads out. Like I said, like tonight did. It seems to happen that way most every week, and you kind of pick your battles, I guess.
Well, one of the things that I kind of noticed is over the seasons and stuff that I've been part of it is that you kind of come into the race depending on what track it is. You kind of come into the race and go, okay, well, we're definitely going to have a caution. We're definitely going to have, you know what I mean? It's such and such track. We're going to have a caution, so we'll be able to do this. And you build your strategy. And now you can't do that. You come in and it's, I think in the Xfinity, I think the highest was 3. And
yeah.
I mean, over half of the races have gone caution free.
Yeah, it's amazing, really. It's that's where you get those long runs and people that pitted different strategy, or someone that took care of their tires and they get they'll come on strong and late in the runs and stuff. And but yeah, it's you're right. That's what people do. They build their strategy off of that, depending on what track it is, and whether you think there's going to be cautions, and different tracks, a lot of cautions. Like I said, tonight here, Auto Club, this place isn't known for a lot of cautions, and
Yeah.
And I knew this group of drivers, I felt like it would probably go green, and it did. So, but yeah, you're right. People build their strategies off of that. Sure, absolutely.
Well, it was.
And like you said too, it's the first 25 laps DMS, you guys were racing it like it was the last 25 laps. I mean,
Yeah, I mean 4 wide, 5 wide, 3 wide. I mean, it was just. I mean, and I know, the track allows a lot of that, but still,
Yep.
I mean, the drivers are out there, and for anybody to sit back and say, oh well, you got 3 or 4 good drivers and the rest are, no, that is not the case here. I mean, anybody could have done that. I'm looking at the top 10 right now. You have Lance, Yancey, Elsie, Daly, Roy, Brian, Glenn, Dakota, Rick, you, Travis. Vern is in 12th. Michael McCauley could have done stuff. Chuck Sweeney, I mean, Tommy Haynes. I mean, you guys, anybody could have won tonight.
Oh, absolutely. It was all about putting yourself in the right position, your strategy, and not making any mistakes. That's really what it comes down to. And those 3 things really have to come, full, whatever. And everything has to come together, and then you got to just race it out. And that's, some of us were fortunate tonight and some of us weren't. But that whole, 3, 4, 5 wide thing, that's a product of this track. It really is super wide. You get big runs. It's it is a product of this track. And you think this place is really big and wide and different lanes and stuff. You'd think it'd be really easy to pass. It's not. It is not easy to pass here.
Right.
It's hard to get it down on the bottom and get the throttle down so you can clear the guy on the top, and then he gets that big run off the top, and then it's actually frustrating at times. And I struggled with being really loose off of 4, so I couldn't get the throttle down and go, and then the guy on the outside would clear me again, and I'm like, I got to do this all over again, So
yeah.
but yeah, it's this track is always known for really good racing. It puts on a good show.
Well, and I don't want to take too much of your time and stuff, but one of the things that I have noticed as a spectator and not as a commentator and as a spectator also is that truly it's not about who's the fastest anymore. With these drivers and these tracks, it's all about strategy. And if you have your strategy down, Travis did a great job tonight, but if he would have bobbled 1 iota something different, we would have been talking to Rick or you or Dakota or, you know what I'm saying? It's all about
absolutely.
strategies now. And it's not just, who can get out there the fastest.
Yeah, no, it's not about who's the fastest guy. You're right. It's really about, consistency and having a strategy and having it work. For one thing, I mean, I've had a strategy and been like, well, I ran a good race. I didn't make any mistakes, and it just didn't work. You know what I mean? It was a shit strategy. It didn't work,
Yes.
And so you need to have the strategy, and you need it to work out, and you need to not make any mistakes, and you got to execute that strategy, and that's what it comes down to. And even then, a lot of times it ain't like you're 10 seconds out front because my strategy worked.
Yeah.
You're gonna find yourself in a dogfight, and then you gotta battle it out. You gotta race hard, but you gotta race clean, and there's a lot goes into these races, but that's why it's that much more impressive that this whole group of drivers races these races, caution-free or very few cautions.
Yeah. Well, Richard, thank you so much for your insight and everything, and we very much appreciate coming here and doing and watching over such a great race like tonight. It was awesome. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Well,
On to Daytona.
Woo. Baby. All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Your second place finisher tonight, Richard Holland. We are going to get the Mr. Rick Fergone. We haven't talked to him in a while, man. Well, we have. What's up, Ricky? You got a copy? Hello.
he fell asleep.
He fell asleep.
He talked to
Hello.
Richard too long. He fell asleep.
I know. Yeah. Are you there?
If you turn my mic up, I would be.
If I turned your mic up.
What?
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 Can you hear me? Mic check. Mic check. All by myself. Nobody will hear.
Well, Rick, take us through the race, buddy.
Oh, you can hear me now. That's good.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of figured. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on with you, buddy?
Can Richard talk a lot or what?
I mean, hey, I really would like to bring a new segment kind of to WFO Racing Network where we would sit down with the drivers for 10 or 15 minutes and just get to know them. And
Well, it was a good race. I'd like to thank absolutely nobody and have a good night. No.
well,
That was a hell of a race, wasn't it?
that was a hell of a race, dude. It was a hell of a race. And you know what the funny thing is we were talking about with you coming up through the field? I mean, you only came up 2 spots and finished 3rd. But still, to come up through the field, it just seems like those laps go by a lot quicker when you're trying to get to the front. But then when you get to the front, they don't go by very quickly.
I was thinking 105 laps here was going to be a relatively quick race, but it doesn't always work out that way. So 40 seconds a lap, it's a long event.
Yeah.
And this thing was all over the place for me as far as handling wise. I know I was loose, I was tight, I was tight, I was loose, and it kind of flip-flopped around quite a bit throughout the event. So early on in the run, I felt good on the bottom. I was able to hold a little momentum and be able to actually get turned into the corner and get a drive off. Just couldn't quite get enough to get the guys cleared there early in the run, but I was sitting there thinking, screaming at my television, like, if I could just get clear. If I could just get clear, I could take off. I did for a minute, but we had to make a pit stop, and right from the very first pit stop I made, I was going to set myself up to be behind Travis in the tire strategy, and boy, he floored it and drove right around me on the bottom. So I want to congratulate him on a win tonight. I know he's earned it. So
Well, but
tough race.
it does come back to caution-free quality racing.
Oh yeah. Well, you've got to keep the mindset that you've got to have a clean race and try to keep the nose clean, because we got no quick repairs, and the moment you get a little bit of damage at a place like this, it kills the speed down the straightaways, and your night's pretty much done. So just that was my battle, is just kind of race the track along with the other people around it, and hopefully we could get some clean air up front and maybe lead some laps. And I got there. I just didn't quite hold on to it long enough to get that W, but it is what it is, man. I'm happy with 3rd, and I just want to congratulate everyone here tonight who ran around there up front. I know it's a pretty tricky track. There's a lot of room to make errors.
Well, we definitely appreciate the great show tonight. It was fantastic. Anybody you'd like to thank tonight for your P3?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for broadcasting each and every week. Had fun with you guys all season long, and I look forward to where we go in the future. And of course, I want to thank Vern and thank Macaulay for adminning. And I want to thank Hal, wherever you are, buddy. Get your shit together. Get back here. Get racing.
There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Your 3rd place, Rick Fagone.
All righty.
Always
Thank
a fantastic time there, sir. Have a great night.
All righty, you too.
Well, my friend, there it is. We've got one more race at Daytona coming up, and that's going to end it for season number 13. Thoughts?
That it will. It's been a great season. Look forward to next week. Finishing off strong. I'm sure we will.
At Daytona, you always finish strong. And I'm excited. I'm always excited. There's 2 tracks I look forward to: Daytona and Talladega.
It's been a great season, and number jinx aside and everything, I don't think it's jinx. I think it's been a great season. I think couldn't ask for anything better. Been great to watch these guys and meet them throughout the season up here in the booth, and it's not like we're always talking to the same guys every week either. There's a rotation of them, so it's been a great season.
It really has. It really has. Well, that being said, on behalf of WFO Racing Network, I'm Deadman Strolling. Sir Brazy Bull there in the booth with me. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us tonight. We got one more Tuesday night this season. One more at Daytona. Thank everybody for coming out. Make sure you punch that like button. Beat it. Beat it. Please.
Just beat it.
Just beat it. And always, always, as always, don't forget, without you, there's no us.
No us.
God bless each and every one of you. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Later on, everybody.